situation is serious. Come on, let's cure it cause we're running out of time.
How you feeling this morning, Ricky?
Ricky, tell him. It's all so beautiful.
He's a little there.
Come on, relationships they seem from the start.
You know when you got a hard working lead singer, he's a little tired this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're at, put your right arm up, put your hands in the air, and just put your hands in the air.
Sing the song. Come on.
It's driving me out of my mind.
All over the world.
That's
Come on.
why it's hard for me to
Number one morning show.
get it out of my head.
Wrong movie, dead.
Girl is poison, and kiss her, love her,
That girl is dead.
Suk, remember when we were sitting there with those guys and we're like,
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Belle Biv DeVoe, we were like,
New Edition.
yeah, New Edition. We were like, these lyrics right here. Right? What was? Oh, it was whatchamacallit?
Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Yeah. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
And you know what? They actually told it that there's a backstory to that. There was a girl that was hanging out in their crew back in the day that was, couldn't really trust her.
And then we had Sugar Hill Gang on, and we're like, what's the meaning of if she's not down with that, then you take her friend?
They're like, yo, come on, Scotty. You know how it goes.
And I was like, yeah, boys, that girl is poison. Look at everybody lining up, Suki. Last show of the week. Everybody's got to get in here now.
Guy Shy is here. Susan Smith, Jesse Flowers, Pam Apolloni. I like
Pam
that.
Apolloni.
I like that. Pam Apolloni.
The Pam Apolloni?
I like her last name, Apolloni. Anna Hoover, Irene Fitzhugh, Sweetie Bookshire, Nellie Causey.
Yeah.
Aaron Myers here. Yeah, he's been away for a little bit. Aaron's back. Nice to have you in the posse. Yvonne Burns. Everyone's lining up. Light it up, and we like it. Hope you share it up, guys, because we're trying to do this.
Suk, last night's show, phenomenal. Charlie Colello on with us, spoke for an hour. I think we had about 22,000 views on that show.
Yeah, real time.
Not too bad. I misspoke to you about 10 minutes ago in our green room when we were putting together the show. Phil will be joining us toward the end of the show. He just texted me, said, hey, if I could jump on, send me the link. I'll be there towards the end. So Phil will be here. Charles is here. Phil will be here, ladies and gentlemen.
So how was it was gorgeous here in New York today, I have to tell you.
Another gorgeous day. Suk's supposed to go all week long. It's
all weekend long and all weekend long. I think you know how Mother Nature gives us this last bit of summer, like, before the cold then kind of cripples us.
Yeah, and then you know what she does? Mother Nature takes the thermometer, puts it in the Vaseline, and says, "Bend over. I'm going to take your temperature rectally." That's what she does.
I mean, like, really, it was so pretty again today. I had some friends over. We had a little lunch.
Yeah. How much did you drink?
Nothing. I had one White Claw. That's it.
Oh, White Claw.
I had a White Claw around 4 o'clock. One.
How many White Claws would you need to drink to even like get a little tipsy?
A lot.
A lot, right?
Not like 4. You're good. You're feeling good.
Like it's you got to drink a lot of them. That's why I go just straight up tequila, Suk. It gets you buzzed right off.
That's like going from 0 to 150 in one shot. I don't know. I can't do that.
Suk, another great show tonight. Not only Phil going to join us later, Nicolas King's coming up in just a few minutes. The guy has an amazing voice. And he's, he's sung with the best of them. He actually performed, and I think he'll tell us, but with Charles Colello's, like his orchestra.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Charles, I felt like Charles had his hand in a piece of musical history all the way from every genre that he was citing. It was pretty incredible. His arrangements were everywhere.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. He wrote us today, said he had a great time last night.
Oh, that's very nice.
And there's nothing better for us to hear than when guests write and say they had a great time, which is usually the case.
Oh, cool. Listen, Nellie Causey is from Pensacola, Florida, home of the Navy's Blue Angels.
Oh.
Sally is gone. I don't know.
Okay. Who's Sally, Suk? Do we know?
I don't know. Sally.
was good.
Pam Apollonie had frozen margaritas today.
Sweetie Brookshire says we both look good, which is great because we never both look good at the same time.
Yeah, sometimes today I put a little bit more of an effort because I had friends coming over, so I actually put on some makeup. Scotty's always like, keep putting on some makeup. I don't know. Some days, but I gotta tell you, my allergies have been killing me. I don't know if anybody else has been on the crazy allergy tip, but I'm definitely one of those people. So whatever. Marilyn Pretenza, I'm with you. Great show last night. Thank you, Marilyn.
Yeah. Suk, you know what we missed? Went right past us. I think it was 2 nights ago when we had the Nicole on. Not Nicole, Christina. The impressionist singer who was unbelievable.
She was very good.
And she was doing some impressions from Friends that night. And it totally slipped my mind. That night was the 26th anniversary of the first episode of Friends.
Oh, was it?
Yes. Can you believe that was 26 years ago?
I do, because you're starting at everything you do now is like 100 years old.
Yeah, it's
if
crazy.
you look at Netflix and stuff and you start watching like Netflix shows, you're like, I'm not really relating right now. Have I crossed over? Have I gone to the other side?
Let me ask you a question.
On that other side?
We're on the other side. The cast of Friends, in your opinion, who has not aged?
Jennifer Aniston.
No, I think she's done okay. To me, honestly, she was always, no, I'm saying who hasn't aged the best?
Oh, I hate to say this.
What's his name, right?
Oh, I was going to say Courtney Cox. She messed up her face. I mean, that was a beautiful face.
Yeah, too much face, but I
Botox, whatever she did, she looks like her.
But the one
she messed it up.
The one who looks I don't want to see the one who didn't age as graceful as the rest of them is Chandler.
Oh. Chandler? I mean, but he had a little bit of
Chandler Bing.
He had some addiction issues, right? So
I don't know, but he was thin. Now he was heavy and
some addiction issues.
Joey, what's his name? Joey still looks good. He's got great hair.
Joey Fatone?
No, not Joey Fatone. Who played Joey? Who lived with Chandler? Matt LeBlanc. And what's his name? Schwimmer still looks kind of the same.
Schwimmer looks the same,
right?
But but it's true. I don't know. I mean, like even Phoebe was kind of old. I mean, she was like in her late 30s when she shot Friends, I believe.
Yeah.
Like her middle to late, 30s. And so
I was a big Aniston fan. I like Jennifer Aniston.
Jen Aniston, but you know what? She just, once you have Brad Pitt, like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
And she never had kids, so I think kids age you.
Yeah, but
look at us. I mean, we were so young and vibrant, and then we had kids.
But look at us. We're still young and vibrant.
Speak for yourself.
I feel like I'm young and vibrant, Suki.
Yeah.
By the way, you know what I just ate for dinner? You want to talk about young and vibrant?
I made meatballs. I made sauce.
You made meatballs and sauce. We had that the other night. I threw in my kids at dance, right? So I threw in some chicken nuggets and some French fries for the kid. I was starving. I didn't have breakfast.
I love that. Chicken nuggets and French fries. Yes,
chicken nugget, right? And I threw in a couple of French bread pizzas for myself. You know how much I love the French bread pizza, right?
I know you love that Stouffer's French bread pizza.
We get the call from the kid. She's leaving dance. Hey, my friend's mother wants me to come home with them for dinner. She goes home with them for dinner. Who do you think eats the chicken nuggets, the French fries, and the 2 French bread pizzas, Suk?
Lara.
No.
Your wife doesn't eat anything.
No, my wife had a Chobani vanilla yogurt.
That's how she stays so slim and trim. Yeah. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. So in about 15 or 20 minutes, if you see my face turning blue, it just means the heartburn's kicking in and the acid indigestion. Talking about young and vibrant. I should be burning in about 15 minutes.
Oh my God. Can I tell you something? Can we talk about these crazy hurricanes that are everywhere? I feel
you love those hurricanes.
It's just crazy. I mean, it just makes
you wild. Makes you glad you don't live in Hurricane Alley.
Yeah, I feel sorry for all these people like in the Florida Panhandle, like all the way, going into Houston. I mean,
the world is so insane right now. It's you couldn't even you would need 5 hours to talk about everything that's going on. It's insanity in this world.
yeah. You know what? Yesterday I went to bed last night, and of course I'm sitting there getting into like, TV, watching TV news. I'm like listening to the commentary, and then boom, the lights went out. The lights went out. I go 2020. I just said 2020. That's it. I'm done.
I got news for you. Here's my prediction. 2021 sucks worse than 2020. How's that sound for you?
I think you and I are on the same page. You know what? Maybe we should prepare our viewers. Listen, everybody.
Get prepared.
You thought 2020 sucked. 2021, and I'll go as to say 2022 is going to
even worse.
Bigger balls.
But here's the thing, Suk. You and I will be right here to make everybody smile and happy.
I mean, what else can we do?
And do you know what tonight is our 100th episode of this show since the end of February? 100 episodes. That's 100 hours of programming, Suk. And we have the perfect guy with us to celebrate the 100th episode.
Let's do it.
This handsome fella, Nicolas King.
Oh, Nicolas!
Look at him. Look, he's like floating in the dark. Look at him. It looks beautiful.
I'm a floating head. Well, I thought it looked better than looking at this messy background of
Listen,
this.
you want to look at my kitchen right here? My kids' experiments and projects.
I kind of like being a floating head, though. I feel like I could be like a Willy Wonka film.
You do.
I want to just interject to your comments earlier. I think that Jennifer Aniston has definitely aged the best out of that entire cast.
Yeah,
it was gorgeous. I want to throw that. And also, did you? Let me turn my echo down. I sound like I'm in a shower. Did you have Christina Bianco on your show?
Yeah.
Yes, on Tuesday.
That sounds like I love. She's one of my dearest friends and just an incredible talent.
Phenomenal.
I love her to death.
It was this week. Nick was a
phenomenal.
Craig, this was a Craig trifecta. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, that makes perfect sense then.
Yeah.
I mean, put those things together. Craig's one of my favorite humans on the planet too. You got all my favorite humans. So that's why when he asked me to do this, I said, well, I'm gonna love you guys too because they're all my favorite people. So
yeah, we've had so many of his guests. He's been phenomenal. The ultimate booking agent. And I told him, listen, one day I'm gonna send them $1.50 for all the work he's done. But he's been great.
I'm not just saying this because he gets me work and makes me money, but he's really that old school, classy, elegant guy to work.
Yeah.
His ethic is just terrific, and I say this all the time. I call him my favorite agent, and I mean it. He's truly one of my favorite people.
We had a favorite. Scotty has a favorite agent.
A cleaning agent? No.
Hold on. I got to get his hand out of my pocket. Excuse me.
Oh my God, that just made me laugh. Oh boy. Can I just tell you something? I don't know. I just wanted to say this other random thing. Did anybody see Selena Gomez's Instagram post about her scar?
No,
she had a kidney transplant. I don't know for sure. But I wasn't even looking at the scar. I was looking at the poor girl. I was like, she looks great.
Oh,
Where is this scar?
Gorgeous girl. Nick, let's talk about you, my friend. I was watching some of your stuff today.
I don't have any scar.
You don't have a scar anywhere.
No scars?
No, nothing to show you.
You're a fantastic showman, and the promotion I put up today was you with Liza Minnelli. You've done a lot of Broadway. Listen, how'd you get into all this entertainment? How'd you know you were going to be a good singer?
Well, it's funny. I'm sort of an actor first. That's how I got my start as 4.5 years old, which would have been 25 years ago this year, when I got my start in a commercial. And then for the large part of my childhood there, I was heavily involved in doing TV commercials, maybe about 24 or so in the course of a few years. And then from there, I got, picked up to do Broadway. And then from there, some cartoons and voiceover work and everything back. And then, you reach that sort of tween age when you're a teenager, when they stop writing roles for 10-year-olds. And it's like 16 for like 6 minutes. And then they don't write roles again until you're like 21, So there's this weird teenage thing. And I was just bored, because I wasn't auditioning. I wasn't working, and I was 13, but I was bored out of my mind.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what can I do? Oh, I can sing in tune most of the time. So let me investigate that. And then for the better half of the last 15 years, I've been focusing primarily on music and jazz and the Great American Songbook. And that's become basically my livelihood as of the last, 15 years or so.
How did you become exposed to the Great American Songbook? I mean, you're a young guy. I
Yes.
mean, was it something like in your parents were listening to, your grandparents were listening to? Because I'm always fascinated because my children, it feels like, when I start playing older music, they're like, oh, Mom, that's we're listening to mom's music. Mom's music is so old. So I'm curious how your ear, and also back then we didn't have everything curated towards our taste, right? You didn't have the iPhone and everything like that. So maybe, the radio did play a part somehow.
For me, no. We never listened to the radio ever.
Oh, wow.
My parents are very well-rounded. So I grew up listening to a lot of Belle Biv DeVoe, Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross, Mariah Carey. Through my aunt and uncle, I learned about Chicago and Steely Dan and all that.
I love that.
And my grandmother is a singer, and she's a show singer. So I learned about Streisand and Edie Gourmet and Liza through her. And then my aunt, who we just lost a couple of weeks ago, was the one who taught me about Sinatra and Sammy and Connie Francis and June Christie and Anita O'Day and Mel Torme, and these people. So I had a very well-rounded family that just love music and are so. They're all basically, with the exception of my parents, everybody in my family is somewhat a musician, either professionally or just for a hobby. So I guess you could call it genetic, but there was never any doubt. I remember being, on the playground in kindergarten and just putting on shows, in the, at the monkey bars and putting on a concert. Nobody was listening. No one could care less. But I'm singing out, my heart out to whoever imaginary audience was in my head. So to me, there was never a doubt in my mind that I wanted to be a performer and I wanted to be a singer. But I got really my start mainly in acting to begin with.
Nick, Anita Anderson wants to know how you met Liza.
Oh man, well, it's strange. Liza's been a part of my life also for as long as I can remember. I fell in love with one of her VHSs that my mother and father bought of one of her concerts. And then just through a series of random events, meeting her super casually, we sort of bumped into each other. But she was my opening night surprise when I opened on Broadway in a show called 1,000 Clowns with Tom Selleck. And
wow.
Tom brought her as my opening night gift. I was 10 years old and he knew I was going to get a kick out of it.
Wow.
And going forward, we sort of stayed in as entertainers do, you stay in faux contact, like fake, you're kind of like fake friends where you see each other across the road. Hey, how you doing? Oh, hi. And that's about where it ends. And it wasn't until about a couple years later when my grandmother we were all together and she heard my grandmother sing and she knew that my grandmother, Angela Bakari is her name, is a vocal coach, and she was playing with her comebacks. And she said, I could really use some help. I can't hit these notes that I used to hit. And my grandmother helped her, and they became very close. And then, I just started spending more time with her. And before long, Liza got the idea, you should do a nightclub act. And better yet, I'll direct it for you. And so we we were together for hours, this, for the first time, I think I was 11. For the first show that she directed for me, and we'd sit with a pad and a pen, and we would just write out ideas and scripts and banter and songs and lyrics, and she would help me with character developments and arrangements and all that stuff. And for about 12 years or so, she was really my behind the scenes sensei, my behind the scenes.
Incredible story.
What's that?
I mean, the Liza Minnelli is like your mentor.
Yeah, that's my mentor.
My go-to girl, and again, we'd sit, and we her sitting at her apartment. She never had furniture in her bedroom, so everyone would sit on the bed, and just family style. We'd watch her father's movies or her mother's movies, and we'd order Chinese food and sit and just hang out, and So I got such an education growing up, and a lot from her, and I'm forever indebted. I love her to death. She's like family to me. I view her as family to me, just because of everything that she's given me, and everything that she gives to the world. I think she's a really sensational performer, and there's just no doubt that she's just an absolute living legend. Even though she hates that term, but she's a total legend.
The big question is, do you have her number in your phone, Nick?
I do. Well, I have a few numbers because her number changes quite a bit.
I was going to say, it does change.
One. I don't know if I have the newest one, but I have about 5 or 6 old ones that one of them might work. I don't know.
That's funny. Well, listen, man, we're gonna keep talking. I want to hear more, but let's do what you do best, my friend. You want to sing something?
I would love to sing something. Can I sing something from my new record?
Yeah,
absolutely. What's the name of the what's it called?
Sorry, it's getting a little breaky up. Can you hear me? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we could hear you. What's the record? What's the song called?
I'm going to try to take my Wi-Fi off my phone and see if it helps. It's getting a little choppy. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm doing a new record, and it's a retrospective of the last 25 years actually, which is why I've been very introspective lately and looking back through history, because we've got actually Liza's on the record, which is exciting. And we've got actually a duet with Tom Selleck. It's Tom Selleck's singing debut.
Wow.
As well as with Jane Monheit, one of my favorite singers on the planet, and Norm Lewis from Broadway. And there's
Norm. We love Norm. Norm Suki came to see us.
He's the best. He's just the coolest. So we've recorded a duet, and that's going to come out hopefully around Thanksgiving time. That's the goal.
That's great.
There's a song that's on it.
Of us and Liza on the show. I don't know. It's just like,
oh yeah, look at that. There's Liza.
Oh, that's great.
It was her and Ben Vereen. They came on the show.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Oh man. Ben is.
You know what's funny? Mine, Suki and my first morning show together. I think he froze again.
Norm Lewis, wasn't it?
Norm Lewis was on the show. That's when I busted into Les Mis with him, and he was. I think I scared the hell out of him. It was funny, but anyway, Nick, go ahead, buddy.
Just
it's nicest guy. You light it up, my friend. Give us the tune.
Now listen, I'm having some trouble, and I'm afraid. May I exit and come back in?
Go ahead. You go out, come back in. We'll kill some time and wait for you. Nice guy, Sue. Boy, what great stories, right?
Yeah. Did you see this picture? I just want to try and put it up again.
Oh yeah, it just cleared in. So there's you and Liza.
Yep.
And there's Lisa. Is that Lisa Matteo?
No, Nick Leaney.
Nicolini.
And Emily Francis.
Yeah. Look at you guys. There's Liza.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
You met all the big wigs back in the day.
Yeah. I never took any pictures because back in the day we didn't have these, right? We didn't have.
Yeah.
These.
I know.
A camera, and that's the sin of it. Met so many people, but don't have.
You didn't have the instant camera. There he is. How you doing? That better, Nick?
It seems a little bit better. I was getting nervous. I went, oh no, I can't. I don't want to talk, and then it'll get all choppy on you. But anyway.
There you go, my friend. Let's hear that song you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, this is actually, you had Charles Colello on the show yesterday. And just a little backstory on that. When I was about 12, Liza asked me to be her opening act, to go on the road with her. And of course, I was scared to death. I didn't know what to do. And you're 12 years old. How do you open for Liza Minnelli?
Wow.
So I didn't know what to do. So I called Charlie, who I've known my whole life. I said, Charlie, I got this. I don't know what we're gonna do. And Charlie said, it's fine. We'll take care of you. And Charlie wrote my entire show. And he's one of my dearest friends as well. And so this is a Charlie Colello arrangement. We're finally featuring on the record so many years later. But here is a little Karen Carpenter special, but done in Charlie Colello style. Only.
Oh, go ahead. Love it. Go ahead.
Yes, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad. You've got to sing of happy, not sad. Come on and sing a song, just keep it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Come on and la 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, sing of good things and not bad. You've got to sing of happy, not sad. Yes, everybody, come on and sing me a song. You gotta make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing. Come on and la 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 la. Just sing me a song, because as long as you're singing, then the world's alright. Everything's swinging. Sing me a happy song and make your own kind of music. Just keep on singing a song. Shabu-babu-na-do-be-doo. Yeah.
Oh, man, I feel like I'm in Vegas right now. This is unbelievable.
I was like, give me the martini, Dino.
Why not?
That was great. It's funny. I remember when my daughter was little and we had the Sesame Street videotapes, and one of them was sing a song. They were teaching you how to sing it with, for folks who couldn't hear, with sign language. And they were like,
right.
Sing of good things, not bad. It was like,
I love this arrangement, Nicolas.
Yeah.
Can I just say that? I love this arrangement.
Yeah.
It just was so snappy, and it was like, wow, I love it.
Yeah, very nice, my friend.
You know, Charlie, I mean, I could talk about Charlie all night, but you already did that last night, so it saves me some time. But I love him so much, and he's got such a way of getting to the heart of, he has such a way of expressing emotion through song, and it's something that is so rare, and it's the reason why I think Charlie is, of course, one of the most brilliant and prolific, musicians of our generation. His hits, of course, speak for themselves, but I'm just thrilled that I get a chance to, to latch on to some of those Colello,
good
jam
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, our audience is absolutely
loving you.
Loving you.
Oh, good. Well,
in the words of Larry David, pretty good, pretty good. Well, give us another one. Let's keep it going.
Sure. Well, you know what? Because I'm mainly do a lot of jazz. I got to thinking.
You're lagging a little bit. Can I just tell you that?
What's that?
You're delayed just a little bit, like your sync.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
I don't know how to change that. I'm very sorry. I have wonderful Wi-Fi, so I don't understand why. Do you want me to go out and come back in again?
Come back. Third, second time's a charge. Third, this is the third time. We'll do it.
Go ahead, Nick.
This is like laughing. All right, I'll be right back.
Come back in.
Sing of good things, not bad.
That was one of my favorite songs. My parents, like every New Year's, we'd all get together, and then the kids would have to do a talent show for New Year's Eve because we'd all have to stay awake. So my parents came up with this thing, all my cousins and everybody. My brother would do a magic show. My other brother would sit there and tell jokes. I sang, that was my song.
That was your go-to?
La 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 la. What is that from?
It's the
Carpenters, I know.
Yeah, Carpenters.
Ever in a movie?
I don't know, but that was her. That was Karen Carpenter's song.
Yeah.
There he is.
It was written by Joe Raposo.
There you go. I was saying, was that ever in a movie? Because it feels like it should have been, right?
No, but it could be.
It definitely. All right, so Nick, what's next? I want to hear. I love the songs, man. I love it.
Because jazz is my real, that's my real bread and butter. I learned to sing jazz from listening to a lot of the greats, people like Mel Torme and Sarah Vaughan and Anita O'Day. And of course, my favorite, who I'm going to tribute right now, one of my favorites, I should say. It's hard to pick one, but the one and only First Lady of Song, Miss Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
The concert was over at Carnegie Hall. The maestro took bow after bow. He said, my dear friends, I've given my all. I am so sorry, but it's all over now. When from the balcony way up high, there suddenly came a mournful cry. Oh, Mr. Paganini, please play my Rhapsody. And if you cannot play it, won't you sing it? And if you can't sing it, then you'll simply have to. Mr. Paganini, we breathlessly await your masterful baton. Come on and sing it. And if you can't sing it, then you're gonna have to hurt your repertoire. And at that final bar, they greeted you with round applause. What a great ovation for your interpretation of I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never blinked back at fireflies. With you all listen, Paganini, don't you be Daphne. What have you up your sleeve? Come on and spring it. And if you can't spring it, then you're gonna have to. Mr. Paganini, please play my Rhapsody. If you're gonna blanket, won't you swing it? And when the boys are popping, ain't got no need in stopping. So, Mr. Paganini, we breathlessly await your masterful baton. Come on, and don't you swing it. When the boys are popping, you ain't got no need in stopping. Your repertoire. And at that final bar, we greeted you with round applause. What a great ovation for your interpretation. Oh, Mr. Paganini, don't you be that meanie. What have you up your sleeve? Come on and spring it. And if you can't spring it, then you're gonna have to swing it.
Wow. Incredible. Wow.
Yeah, Nick, that's good
Thank you
stuff,
very
man.
much.
That's good stuff. You know, when you sound that good on here, I mean, on here, it's hard to sound good like that. When you sound that good on here, I can't imagine what it sounds like in person when you're up on the stage.
Well, thank you. And I have to also give credit and thanks to my buddy Matt Berman, who's the wonderful sound director. He was Liza's sound director and Kristen Chenoweth's sound director. I called him a couple weeks ago because I might be only 29, but I'm about 8,000 years old when it comes to technology. And I said, Matt, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to press. And I've got to do these StreamYards and this YouTube and this. I'm the worst millennial on the planet. And Matt was like, I got it.
Wow.
It's fine. So he set me up with all this stuff. So I have to give him all this credit for making me sound somewhat decent on this.
Dude, you're not even 30 yet? You're not even 30 years old?
I'm not.
I am so upset with you right
Look
now.
at him.
Yes.
That is, Suki, that's bogus. That's bogus.
Wonderful.
Bogus.
I mean, if you really, we give your generation a lot of crap, but you're holding the torch. You're holding the torch pretty high. I mean, considering.
Thank you. I mean, listen, I'm the first person to criticize my generation. I'm not a fan of my generation, actually. I think that there's a lot that we have to learn, and I think we do too much talking and not enough listening, and not enough observing. And so I definitely relate to generations that have come before me. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
I love it. Listen, most people your age don't know 9 out of 10 of the people we were talking about.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially American standards.
I can't handle it when I talk about Gershwin or Garland or Garbo or whatever, and people look at me like, huh, But I will say, I'm very thrilled when I listen to people like Lady Gaga, and these people that are doing this type of music. I mean, I love the fact that Gaga made in her show in Vegas, she made the venue give her half the concert dates for her pop stuff and the other half for the jazz stuff.
Jazz stuff.
Because it's introducing that to people. And my biggest joy now is when I hear people my age or younger say, oh, I love that Lady Gaga song that you sang. And I'll say, really, it was Fred Astaire. But listen, as long as they know that material, really, that's what they'll say. Well, you sang The Way You Look Tonight. I love that Lady Gaga song. And I go, you know what? As long as they know the material, that's all I can be happy about,
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Like you have a third song in you?
Well, sure. Do you have any requests? I mean, what do you want to hear? I have about 9,000 songs on this thing.
He's always
we can do anything. Do you want to do something from Broadway, maybe? Because we've been doing everything. We did the jazz and we did what are the some Sesame Street. About something from Broadway.
There you go.
We love Broadway.
Did we lose you?
No, you were Walt Disney there for a minute.
Am I losing you again?
No, you're back. You're back.
No, you're back. Now you're frozen. Look at the frozen face. He's coming
back. He's coming back.
Luke, when he comes back, I'm gonna bring him up, and you and I pretend we're frozen. All right?
Okay,
we'll be like.
I hate this stuff. Are you with me? Are you still there?
We're just teasing you, bro.
You're killing me. God, no. That was good. Very, very good. Oh no!
So we can do any song, huh?
Well, how about the Battle of the Republic? No, I'm just kidding. You know what? Hold on, let me go back to this because we were talking about Broadway.
You pick something that you like.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about Broadway earlier, and to me, I was, I like to go to songs from Broadway because I think they are, they tell a little story, and I like that they do that. And there's a song that I've been singing because, we've all been sort of in a weird place with COVID, and I think that without having the ability to be in touch with people, and I give you guys mad credit for 100 episodes. That's fantastic. But we miss being with other humans and being with people. And I heard this song from the Stephen Sondheim song, but from Into the Woods. And even though he wrote it about, something else, I think that these lyrics are very appropriate for how we're all feeling right now, being in quarantine. And from Into the Woods, we'll do this one for you.
Okay. I like Into the Woods.
It's called No One Is Alone. No one here to guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Do not let it grieve you. No one leaves for good. They are alone. No one is alone. People make mistakes, fathers, mothers. People make mistakes, holding to their own, thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Riches can be light, giants can be good. You decide what's right, you can do what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side, someone else is not. While you're seeing your side, maybe you forgot you are not alone. No one is alone. I know it's hard to see the light now. Just don't let it go. Things will turn out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Wow. Very
That was really
nice.
beautiful.
What a great
Very
song.
nice, my friend. You're
Wow.
good, you. You're
Really
good.
beautiful. That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
Is there something that like is for you that resonates with your soul more, like a certain singer or a certain composer? Is there something
God.
that for you is like, okay, this is my jam. I love everything,
This
but
is my wheelhouse.
this is it. This is it for me, privately for me.
Definitely the Jonas Brothers. No, I'm kidding.
Ah.
I do like them, but
Definitely watermelon jelly.
Yeah, watermelon sugar.
Watermelon sugar.
Watermelon.
that's Harry Styles, and I do like
That
him.
is Harry Styles.
Whatever, it's one of them, right?
You're embarrassing us up here.
No, I'm a fan of his. I have to say, I'm really drawn to these songs that are that tell a story and that can move you. And for me, I get that from lyricists, and from when it's a really good melody. So for me, I'm drawn to people like Harold Arlen and Johnny Mercer and Alan and Marilyn Bergman. So when I hear songs like "How Do You Keep the Music Playing," or the way we were,
How do you keep
The music playing.
Oh my God!
favorites.
How do you? Oh my God! That song
Nick,
makes me
give us
cry.
a little. Give us a quickie on that. Acapella. Go acapella.
That's a good one. That's the
If you
song
want
that
to
makes
hear
you cry.
Do you want
That's
to? I have it if you want to hear it.
You know what?
I
One
love that
more. Yeah.
song. Play
Give me
it.
one more.
Yeah.
Give me one more. Come on, one
Oh,
more.
that's a good one.
Find it now. Hold on, it's in here. Oh, it's a great song. But see this is my wheelhouse. These are songs that make me just go. All right, I've got it. You ready?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep the song from fading too fast? How yourself to someone. Never lose your way. How do you not run out of new things to say? And since we're always changing, how can we be the same? Taking this out. And tell me how year after year you're sure your heart won't fall apart each time you hear my name. I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never. Oh, the more I love, the more I feel afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever. Or ever. If we can be the best of lovers yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any hope, then I suppose the music never ends. I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never. The more I love, the more I feel afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever. Oh, ever. If we can be the best of lovers, I want to be your best friend. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any hope, then I suppose the music Yeah.
Let me tell you,
Wow.
that song is like every word is just wow.
Suki, my wife just texted me from upstairs. She says she wants to have sex tonight. Nick, thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much. And so to answer your question, those are the songs that I like. Those songs.
I love that. Is a beautiful song. Yeah,
that's what I like.
Great, but you'll come back again, please.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, people are just like blown away. They're like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
I guess they just don't.
It's so nice to see you guys, and for all of you out there watching. Thanks for supporting entertainment. We're all sort of trying to figure out our way here in this new world.
Yeah.
We appreciate your support, and you guys can do that with me too if you follow me on Instagram at It's Nicolas King, or I'm on Facebook. So feel free to follow and stay in touch.
Nicolas King?
At It's Nicolas King.
With a C, Nicholas with a C.
With a C, no H. So
Nick, thank you, buddy. This was great, man. Listen, until things get back to normal, we'd love to have you back on again, bud. You were amazing.
Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, bud.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that song.
That was great. Hold on. Let's get the official word from this guy, Suk. Let's see what
He's
he's
ready to fight. Oh, what's going on, Philly?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Phil, what'd you think of Nicolas?
Oh my gosh, I'm like Suki. I watched all of his songs, and I got chills, and then I got a couple of tears a few times. But amazing. That guy is amazing.
Right?
Yeah, very.
What a voice. I mean, he's not even 30 years old. And he's
Yeah, a
singing
little
these
punk. He's not even 30.
Wow, I'm almost twice his age.
Yeah, almost.
I am twice his age.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Listen, I said it's like you, Phil. If you could sound good singing right here, it's amazing what you could do, in the real deal. You know what I mean?
Right. It is. I mean, we do what we do, and yeah, he was fantastic. That guy inspired me.
Yeah. Listen, from now on, I want music with you. I want an echo with you. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. So what's going on?
Oh, listen, we're just, we're wrapping up the week. I don't know if you heard me, but this is our 100th show.
Mm-hmm.
The Suki and Scott show. It's 100 episodes, so you figure that's about 100 hours of content. If any networks are listening and you need some content, we got it for you. We basically, we haven't missed a show since March. And Philly, you did a great job over the summer filling in for Suk.
Amazing job, Philly. Amazing. This is all part of you too.
Yeah,
had a great
team effort.
time.
It's a team effort. So it's good to. Can't believe we made it to 100, Scotty. I mean, just kind of crazy.
It was wild because I went back to, this show airs on YouTube every time we do it also. So when you go to YouTube, you go to the Suki and Scott page, and every show, it's 10 rows of 10 shows. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of shows. And I didn't even remember half the people we had on, Springer and Sinbad and all this.
I mean, early on, we were like using our Rolodex so much. We're like, all right, I'll call this person. I'll call this person.
Yeah, I mean, a who's who of celebrities have paraded through this the Suki and Scott show. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it really has been great. I've been talking to myself about Suk. Maybe we take next week off. Just shut it down if it's up to you. I mean, we don't have to, but I was just thinking maybe we shut it down for a week. And I was thinking of putting together a nice big 3-minute demo for the show. And then we get this thing around, so we shop it around and we get this thing rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
We'll
talk about it. Because you know what? Every time I get a text, somebody wants to come on the show. And I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Philly, babe, last night was amazing with Charlie. This guy Nicolas is like Charlie was his guy, and it's
Charlie arranged 2 of his songs. Can you believe that? And Liza Minnelli was his mentor.
Yeah, I was listening to that. Wow,
crazy.
Wow,
right?
Yeah, and, small world.
Yeah, so listen, and Phil, everything's right with the world. Your Facebook page is back. The show's rolling, and thankfully, everybody's healthy here and with nothing too crazy during this whole COVID, and it's just been cool, man.
Through it. Yeah, we gotta get through the fall now.
It's been wild. So who knows what lies ahead, but so far we've been rolling along.
I know, but hey, you know what?
And laughing the whole way through.
Yeah, oh my God! When you look through some of these shows, boy, Suk, you're wheezing away. We're cracking up. We're singing songs. I mean, it's great. I mean, we set out to make it a show about we do talk quickly about the world events, but we kicked it off to make it a show to let people get away from things and have an hour of just being goofy and fun. And we certainly, with the exception of having, when things are really crazy, you got to talk about it for a second. Now there's so many things. The whole show would be political and world.
Really, there's in the beginning it was just like our COVID angst, and now it's like, well, let's just not even talk about it.
Yeah, and that first day, Suki and I went to the studio over there in Westchester, and we're like, all right, let's just put the camera on, and we'll BS for a little bit. So it worked out well. Philly, and you are a huge part of this show.
I love it. I love it.
You came in early on, and you were one of our first, early guests, and the audience
people buying into this, Philly. We loved you for it. Day one.
Yeah, and hey,
who turned us on to Phil?
It was Paula.
Giordano Basile.
She said, She said, hey, you got to check out this guy, Phil. He sings and he's great. And I took a look. Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, I've got to send her another. I sent her a message, I think a couple of weeks ago, and thanked her for for hooking us up. And I saw another message from her last night, another comment. So I was gonna sit down and write another message to her and just thanking her again. I mean, because it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. And it's and listen, like we said, we don't get anything from this. It's just been a lot of fun. It's been great, BSing and singing with people and all that stuff.
It's been a great hour of our life, I'm glad we could share it all with our viewers.
Yeah. And I gotta tell you, the whole quarantine lockdown thing made it actually easier for us to do the show where we were doing it every night and easier for us to get guests.
Yeah, and I think it could continue because even if the quarantine goes away, people don't want. I personally will not turn on the news because I tried that again yesterday, and I was so depressed that I just turned it off. I said, "What are we doing?" Right. So I would just as soon come and spend it with you guys as anybody else.
Me too.
Absolutely, man. Well, Philly, listen. Stop all this bullshit and let's get to some songs, my friend.
All right. Hey, quick story. I was rushing around because I tuned in late, so I was rushing around trying to get everything ready, and I grabbed what I thought was a beer, came out here, and I was watching the show before I came on, and I popped it and took a drink. It was V8 juice.
Oh, V8.
Oh man!
The cans look just alike if you're not really paying attention.
No salt in those.
So anyway, I thought I would. This is one of the. I got a lot of requests on some of the messages when they heard I was coming on the show, and one of the standards, man, the old Tennessee whiskey.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go. I used to spend my nights out in a barroom. Liquor was the only love I've ever known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom, and you brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, baby. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. I've looked for love in all the same old places. I found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it, baby. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. You're as smooth, as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, baby. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
Damn. You know what, Suki? He don't need no stinking music. He don't need an echo.
No.
It's all right there.
It's all right there. The people love Phil. I mean, Phil, it's been great. I mean, it feels like, none of us knew each other. I mean, Scott and I knew each other, but like all of these people that have come into our life, like, Beverly, Brenda Woodruff, I mean, Cherry Hetrick. I feel like I know these people. Yeah. Donna Basile, I know you, Jesse Flowers. It's it's like we're all family, and it's like we've created this like content. We've created this like energy for an hour where everybody tunes in and feels like they're part of this community, and it's very, very cool.
Yeah,
it's like I hope people share it and spread the good news. That there is good news.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know what's going to be great when we get that? I'm telling you, I think about it every day. When things get better, we have that Suki and Scott show, that live event we're going to have
comedy
somewhere
special
in a comedy club or whatever. It's going to be like a variety show. Phil's going to fly in from Oklahoma.
I love it.
And we're going to have some celebs and some comedians and singers. It's going to be
Can you imagine
fun.
how drunk me and you will be? Like,
everybody
will be like trash.
So by hour 2, we're going to be going, welcome, everybody. Phil's going to sing again for you.
Donna Fraschetto. I mean, Rory Wright. I mean, like all of these people, I feel like I know them.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, a lot of our viewers feel like they're involved with the show, and a lot of let's have a great show tonight.
Yeah.
And they just feel like they're part of the family, which they are. And it's just been
Ham Apollonie.
Yeah, it's kind of like everybody just, getting together at somebody's house and hanging out and just having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, because we basically are. We're all, I'm in my man cave, you're in your man cave, Suki's in her woman cave.
Kitchen.
I mean, yeah, it just feels like everybody's hanging out with family,
It's old school. It's old school. Anyway. Yeah. Love
all
you
right,
guys.
so,
I mean, you are my extended family and everybody else out there. So it's been very cool.
Philly Kid, take us home with a little finale, and then we'll good night, sweetheart it, and we'll we'll regroup and we start again.
Yep.
Will do. How about a little Elvis?
Good.
Okay. Treat me like a fool. Treat me mean and cruel. But love me, wring my faithful heart, tear it all apart, but love me. If you ever go, darling, I'll be oh so lonely. I'll be sad and blue, crying over you, dear, only. I would beg and steal just to feel your heart beating close to mine. Well, if you ever go, darling, I'll be oh so lonely. I'll be sad and blue, crying over you, dear, only. Oh, yeah. So it takes.
It was amazing.
Nice, Billy. Nice, baby. All right, everybody. Let's good night, sweetheart.
Well, it's time
to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night.